I got your bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. 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 Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. 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 Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Corner doing dope.
Make it clap.
Go! Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck. Hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack. Starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack. Produced by Barry Laminack. Directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Thursday, February 5th, 2026, and this is episode number 1036 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show, welcome to the program. Hey, hello, hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And I have another surprise for you. That's right, my boy is back once again, ladies and gentlemen. Please help me welcome to the show, my dog, my guy, one of the best in the business, your friend and mine, Joe Blake, everybody.
Hello, all.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I don't know. Sorry for being late. It's crazy that I just love you so much that I love doing this. And until I find, someone that wants to do a podcast with me or something like that, I mean, I just got to get reps in anyway. So I'm here.
Kiss my entire ass. Somebody was like, Barry, you didn't train Joel to do the show while you're gone? I was like, that's something we're working on. We got to figure that out. Yeah.
Of the two of us, who has the better chance of being gone? Yeah.
Good to see you, brother. Hope
Good to
things
see you,
are
man.
well.
Everything's good. I got a whole lot to get off my chest today, man.
Oh, really? Well, shit.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on. Let's get to it. I need to know what's up. Tell me.
Bro, so we'll get to the deadline and all that, but the funny thing is you can actually be my voice of reason to idiots. Because
Can I?
I put out a point blank yesterday on the fact that people just need to relax. Like, they're all killing the Durant trade, saying it never should have been made because they're looking at Dylan Brooks and saying, oh my God, he's this, that, and the other thing. Then they're killing Udoka. Then they're killing Alpi. Then they're just looking for people to kill. They're just looking for a body count. And it's like, do you know that your team is top 4 in the West and is like a game and a half or less out of the 2 seed? Do you know that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, not that you're going to catch OKC, is going to be out for at least 5 games? Do you know where your team sits now and how much it doesn't matter other than top 4 positioning for how it goes for the playoffs? Like, just sit down and shut the hell up until you get to a point where you can judge. But the Jalen defenders, and here's where you can come in. The Jalen defenders were on one last night, and I decided to engage.
Uh-oh.
And these people follow me, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me as well. Because at a certain point, I said, why do you follow me if, in your words, I don't know ball, and I'm a casual, and that they know more than me or anybody else when it comes to analyzing this team? And I go, okay, hang on, time out. So why don't you follow someone that you do think knows ball, that you can trust, that you can then get in these kind of, because I'll put my phone down, pick it up. I've got 25, because these idiots don't take me out of the conversation. They leave me square in a back and forth from 2 stupid people. And then I'm sitting in the middle of it only to have to answer when they decide to direct it at me. And then when I back them into a corner with like facts and things that they should focus on, they're like, no, Fred VanVleet. You know what I mean? And I go, when did I ever bring up Fred VanVleet? I wasn't a fan of the way he played last year. I just keep saying, and you know this, I was on this show a week ago saying this yet again, the Rockets don't have continuity on offense because they don't have anyone to play point guard. Kevin Durant and Alpi are bringing the ball up in the fourth quarter when it matters. They otherwise struggle to bring the ball up the court. Like, tell me I don't know ball after you hear this and then hear some of the stupid shit coming out of their keyboards last night. I was like, oh my God. And I won't block anybody and I won't like mute them, But I'm like, at a certain point, bro, like you either got to change directions or we got to stop this.
So, all right. I'm glad you got to get that off your chest. I know that would
Thank you,
eat at
yes.
me too. First things first, I don't block people, but I do mute them. So you should definitely take advantage of the mute function. It is liberating because, and look, props to you for engaging with them and, for, talking with them because, it's good. Engagement is good. Good or bad, engagement is good. And you know as well as I do in this business, if you're going to come out and give opinions, which is our job, people are going to disagree. But it's when it starts getting to like that petty mode and that they start talking shit and talking about your family, talking about taking personal shots at you. Then you can just mute them and be like, I'm not fucking with you no more. But other than that, I mean, give them hell, bro. Fuck them. I'm with you. I agree with you on everything you said. Everything you said. So
Okay, but here's the other thing that you can attest to, right? I got called a homer, a yes man, and a mouthpiece for the Rockets organization. And I just went, bro, if you tell me you don't know anything about me without telling me you don't know anything about me. Because anyone that has listened to our show or any show that I've done with people that I actually consider friends, and anybody that knows me knows that couldn't be further from the truth.
right.
But yet Yahoos are going, oh, you're the yes man mouthpiece for the Rockets. You want to tell everybody that the sun is shining and the sky is blue. Actually, I sent out a tweet today that you'd appreciate too. I was like, I normally get dragged and everybody tells me that I have an axe to grind. So let me just throw this question out to you today after the trade deadline. How do you feel about Rafael Stone? And I'm out. I'll just leave it.
Yeah. That look, I think he's done a great job up until now, but you've got a finite window to win. You can't control injuries, but you can control how you react to them, right? You can't. I mean, look, they were. It's not a pun, but they were hamstrung in the beginning of the season. They needed to get past certain points to be able to make moves, and now they're there. And, look, I think he could have done something to help this team. They're that close. And I always will defer to you when it comes to picking apart how a team plays. I mean, you know the game more than me. I can't believe I said that out loud. I hate that I said that out loud.
Everyone knows that.
But
it's no brainer.
But I will say, I mean, he's done a great job up until now. And it's not that we can fight over that. It's not that
we have in the past.
Yeah. And look, he's gotten this team from what it was to what it is. And he gets a lot of credit for that. I mean, I didn't like the Durant trade in the beginning because all I could see was 37. And I was like, oh man, this is the beginning of the end. So, I mean, look, I say all that to say he absolutely could have done more. We'll see what he does in the buyout market. But maybe he just, he thinks this team is good enough as is constructed to win it all. And I just don't think that that's the case. I mean, when you got teams shutting down Amen Thompson just because they put a big on him, or you've got teams shutting down this offense in general because they out hustle them or out tough them, that lets you know you need something to be able to pivot. You need a not a playmaker, but you need a captain in the sense that you need somebody to drive the offense. You need somebody to, and not, I know Alp and all those guys are great at that in Durant, but you do need a floor general, I guess. And I know Durant's supposed to be that guy, but not at bringing up the ball.
No, he's not. See, that's the thing. So here's the thing. So here, and we can get into the other part of this, but the biggest, most ludicrous thing that anybody was constantly trying to hang their head on last night was the trade should have never been made, and keeping Jalen Green was the answer. And I'm
ridiculous.
like, how can anyone that watches with a clear conscience and doesn't pee red, like, look at that statement and go, yeah, that's right. This guy is 37, yes, but age is just a number when a guy looks like he could be top 3 MVP candidate in the league, if not top 5, if not higher. He's putting the minutes he's putting every night, but he's healthy. He is dominating for this team. And the one thing you didn't do a year ago that he's been able to do is he comes out of the bullpen to close games, and unless Alpy screws it up by ignoring him, he closes them for you more times than not. That's not part of this equation. And from the Rafael Stone standpoint, which you and I have gone back and forth on before, look, I have a history with him. Yes, I'll admit that. But I've been as honest I can be as just judging him for the work he's done. On the positive side, he went and found Alpy Şengün in a trade and did well. If you want to look at first-round picks that he's absolutely crapped the bed on, there's plenty. And yes, you can say, oh, Garuba and Ty Washington and all these guys, and then the guys he traded for, and then he eventually just gave them all away. Well, they were lower picks. They don't matter. Okay, well, then from the top of the draft, you had 3 top 3 picks, and guess what? The only thing that you should get credit for is that you had no other choice but to take who you took because teams in front of you took the first 2 guys. So therefore, do you get credit for that? I guess if they succeed, then you're a genius. But if they fail, that wasn't me. That was just the best player left that we took. But that's not a fair judge of a general manager. You extended Jalen too soon, but you were able to trade him, right? But now people don't like that trade, okay? You extended Alpy, which looks like, look, a lot of people are crapping on Alpy right now. I'm not going to crap on Alpy because you didn't max him out, and he's a good player, okay? But even Amen Thompson, you look at it and go, well, I didn't have any other choice, right? Jabari doesn't look great. Let's call it what it is. Jabari's okay. But if you think Jabari Smith is worth like max type money, well, then I want to sell you some swampland in frickin' Phoenix. You know, it's like, you're right. The trade after the trade deadline, there are some viable players out on the market for to pick up. Okay. But depending on what they do now, if they just decide this season's a wash, I can't tell you Kevin Durant's going to have 2 more seasons like this, but they made it very clear when they made the move that this was the window. Remember, they kept talking in phases. We want to get it to phase 2 or phase 3, whatever the fuck phase it was that meant they were championship caliber. Okay, well, we're supposed to be there, and the lifespan that we know of is the Durant span, right? The contract. This and 2 more. Well, in this and 2 more, you damn well better get somewhere that you haven't been in a hell of a long time, or it failed. I just think that is fair. That is on the table.
Yeah. First of all, I'm with you on the Jalen Green thing. Absolutely was the right thing to move on from him. Dillon Brooks being what Dillon Brooks is, I'll still take Kevin Durant on this team over Dillon Brooks because Dillon Brooks was probably not going to be this version of Dillon Brooks on this team. Right. I mean,
Great point.
People don't take that into account that, look, it matters with scheme, support, a whole lot of other things. And Dillon Brooks was never asked to be the guy like he's kind of having to do in Phoenix or has been doing or whatever. And you just don't
But you
know.
said it, Barry. Someone said to me last night they should have gotten 2 first-round picks for Dillon Brooks. A year ago when you were, or in the offseason, when you were putting Dillon Brooks in this package, I'll tell you this because you know I've said this on your show and everywhere else when I did a show. Dillon Brooks is a nice player, not at $91 million for the length of that contract, and he never was going to be worth it here. But in the playoffs, what did he do? And again, this is not a criticism of Dillon Brooks. It's to your point. Long as Dillon Brooks, I hit my computer. As long as Dillon Brooks is playing behind a ball hog like Jalen Green, a guy that wants to prove that he can be a star like Alperen Şengün, and everything else that they were doing, well, he's never going to have the opportunity he got in Phoenix. Now, because he got it, power to him, he's excelling. He's still $91 million. So for all these people that say, go out and get this person, that person, you got to pay him, and that money would have been soaked up. But you can't discount what Kevin Durant has meant to this team. It's not his fault.
Nope. Totally agree. And look, like you said, there's some really interesting, somebody said in the chat, where'd it go? They said there's some interesting names. There we go. Rick said, interesting candidates waived today. And I think we need to go through that, and we'll go through and kind of get your input on who you think would be ideal for the Rockets to target and maybe some other teams as well. So we'll get into that, but let's start with the trade deadline, just in general. What was there anything that kind of shocked you the most?
The Anthony Davis trade, simply because of the fact that there were so many players involved. And it's like, I don't know, and I haven't known for a long time what the hell Washington's doing. But I guess if you try and pair Anthony Davis, who you have to go out and re-sign, with Trey Young, and then you figure like, okay, I got two guys that are the fakest of fake max superstars that you can put on the planet, but it might put butts in seats in Washington. Okay. Dallas, I mean, you got to build around Cooper Flag. I thought they'd unload more. I think that the subtle moves that were made, though, made some teams that are kind of in go-for-it mode better. Cleveland was struggling, whether you love him or hate him, and however you feel about James Harden. James Harden coming in for a player that barely played for them this year, that the Clippers are banking on for the future anyway, and the Clippers just decided – Clippers were the hottest team in the NBA, and they just decided to blow it all up, which is also ridiculous to me with the owner that has the money that he has. But Cleveland's got a legit chance. The moves that they made them better for this year and for the short term. And they've got a decision to make with Donovan Mitchell coming up. And you want that guy happy because you don't want a Giannis Milwaukee situation. So the fact is, you got a shot, and that's all you can ask for as an organization, or if you're trying to impress Donovan Mitchell, so you go for it. So I think Cleveland did well. I don't know why and what the hell the Clippers were thinking, because as long as Kawhi's healthy with Harden and Zubac and all the guys that they had, and some of the guys they added early, I thought they had a shot. But, I mean, the thing, too, that when you saw what Boston did with Anthony Simons, dude's going to be a free agent at the end. He can fill it up. But you know what it told you, especially what you saw last night? Tatum's coming back. And when you put Tatum and Brown with their ability to judge talent, Brad Stevens and otherwise, and you saw the talent that they had on the floor last night, even after they gutted a lot of guys in the offseason because they had to unload because of their salary, Boston, you should be scared to death if you play Boston in a series because they just find talent.
Yeah, it was crazy watching that game. I was just like, I don't know any of these cats, but why are they so good? Like, is it coaching? Is it just luck? But they've got some ballers, and that was without their two superstars. They ran the Rockets off the court, and it wasn't ever close. And so it lets you know, I mean, that's a team that they had just beaten. Who was it? They just beat somebody else, too.
Beat Dallas the night before.
Who?
They beat Dallas the night before.
They beat Dallas the night before, but that's a team. The like you said, the Celtics are scary, and they're not even playing their best basketball yet. They've won 4 in a row. Now the Knicks have won 8 in a row, but they won 4 in a row. They're tied with the Knicks right now, 5 back of Detroit. You're right. A lot of people should be scared of Boston, and Cleveland is now. I mean, they're 7.5 back of Detroit, 2.5 back of Boston and the Knicks. So Cleveland's another team that could give some people some fits. So, and then that's just the East. In the West,
East is wide open, right? I mean, I think both OKC is obviously the cream of the crop. You're right. East is wide open, and some of the moves made. I'm surprised Detroit didn't do more. They did do a move to get themselves a perimeter shooter, but Detroit has got so much young talent that I thought that they would try and push it over the top because the East is so wide open. But the Knicks got to be thanking the lucky stars going, nobody really did anything except for Cleveland. We're pretty good to still have a shot, which is all New York wants. And from a West perspective, everyone's playing for second unless someone gets hurt for OKC, in my opinion. But even the Lakers got better because they added a shooter, which they desperately needed, and Luke Kennard didn't give up a whole lot to get him. And got better. Denver's going to get better as long as they get healthy, so they're going to be better. The Rockets are the only ones standing put. So if they don't do anything picking someone up, then I think that it was a huge loss for the franchise.
And when they pick them up, it's what is it called? It's
the buyout market.
Yeah, the buyout market. I was going to try to find who's available.
I can just start rattling them off for you.
Go ahead.
Chris Paul, Lonzo Ball, Cam Thomas, Mike Conley Jr.
And these are all potential candidates for the Rockets.
They're all already being bought out, right? Which is why, and they're all guys that the Rockets should at least consider. Someone said, consider Chris Boucher, David Weiner, who's the self-proclaimed cap expert on Twitter. The Rockets, yeah, they might be looking for another big. They can only add one player in the buyout market right now, the way they are sitting financially. They're not adding a big. Okay, they're going to roll with Clint Capella and the guys that they have right now, unless they actually waive someone else or try to get creative another way. They're going to add a guard. They have to add a guard. Because even if Fred comes back, you don't know what kind of Fred you're getting. And obviously, they've lost all kinds of faith in Holiday. They need a point guard, period. End of story. So if Chris Paul, you believe that he's got stuff left, and you and I have debated that, Chris Paul, at least a general on the floor that knows his job, one and only, is get it up the floor as quick as he can, get it in a scorer's hands, and get the hell out of the way. But the other guys, there's some flaws, but that's part of the price you pay for being in the situation you're in.
So some of the names that when you just do a quick who's available on the buyout market, a couple of the guard names you mentioned, Lonzo Ball, Chris Paul, Mike Conley, Cam Thomas. Those are the guard names. Chris Middleton, DeMar DeRozan are forwards. At least that's how they're listed.
DeMar didn't get bought out yet.
Huh?
DeMar DeRozan didn't get bought out yet. He might.
It says mentioned as a potential, though not guaranteed.
Yeah, he's potential. Right.
Okay. So yeah.
So here's the thing. Cam Thomas has got ties to Houston. Cam Thomas is he's a combo guard. He's really talented offensively, and on the open market this offseason, he's going to get paid by someone. But I'm not sure that he handles the ball, and because he looks to shoot first, that he's a fit here. I think the three guys, look, I wanted Alvarado. I said that the last 2 weeks on your show. Alvarado in a trade would have cost you basically less, close to nothing. You're paying him $4.7 million, so whatever you give up, you could handle, and the salaries could match. And there's a guy that plays mad defense, that is quick as can be, can handle the ball with anybody, and can put it in guys' hands. So that would have been the cheap fix on the trade market. Now you look at it, he's out. Conley Jr. looks like he's going back to Minnesota, and if Anthony Edwards wants him back, then he's probably going there. So it's either Lonzo Ball or Chris Paul or someone that you think you can convince to play a way and a style of play that they haven't been able to play previously, or you better hope someone else gets rid of somebody, because it's slim pickings from what because it's so specific what the Rockets need, and yet the answers just aren't there.
Yeah, I pulled up a little tracker thing here. Let's see, where the heck did it go? On the NBA website, the transactions. Just as a side note, Bulls signed guard Mac McClung to a 2-way contract. This poor kid, wasn't he just with them and they signed him for like 17 minutes and then cut him?
Was it Chicago? I know that he's bounced around.
It was.
He was the G League MVP. He
Slam
was the G League.
champ.
They won the title. Yeah, I mean, he's won 3 straight slam dunk titles, and yet as a basketball player, we obviously proved the theory of is basketball more than dunking. Well, see Mac McClung. I feel bad for him too, but at least now from the Bulls literally just trying to completely put everybody on a one-way ticket out of town, he may get a chance to prove he can play somewhere in the league on somebody's bench, but I feel bad for him, but at least he gets an opportunity.
Was it him or was it the Magic? I was trying to see.
He was with Orlando's G League team that won the whole thing last year.
Yeah.
Was it Orlando or Sacramento? He's bounced around the G League. It's a travesty. Okay.
So McClung resigned,
but he won the title 2 years ago and was MVP.
Yeah.
Of the G League.
It says McClung re-signed with the Bulls on October 17, 2025. 3 hours later, the Bulls waived McClung, replacing him with Trenton Flowers. So, but he's back in Chicago now. Good for him. We'll see how long it lasts. I mean, there's just like you said, it is pretty slim pickings. I pulled up this is from For the Win, and this is the names they've got listed. Most of them we mentioned: Lonzo Ball, Chris Boucher. Boucher, Chris Middleton, Mike Conley, Cam Thomas, DeMar DeRozan, Gabe Vincent, Chris Paul. Those are the names that. Oh, and who's this that was waived by Charlotte? Pat. I don't know how to say that name either.
Connaughton.
Yes, Connaughton.
So Gabe Vincent doesn't do anything for me. I think Lonzo Ball's interesting because he really can pass.
Yeah,
his shot was always broken, but his 3-point shot has gotten a hell of a lot better. And if he just wants to take a shot on a winner, he's a guy that I'm intrigued by. I think that you look at some of the guys that were traded, and I had said to you and said on Twitter, look, I said to you last week when the Bulls started looking like it was going to be a fire sale, look at Kobe White, because Kobe White's a guy that would fit so perfectly here. And then you see what he was traded for and go, Rockets could have done that. They could have given up. Here's the other thing. And Daryl Morey, as much as he had flaws, Daryl Morey knew that value for second-round picks was just gone in this league. So I don't care if you give – some people are bragging about we got 13 second-round picks. Great. How many NBA players are you going to get out of that? You know, if I give up a couple of second-round picks and I get a guy that fills the biggest void I have on my team right now and gives me a better chance offensively, I'm doing it. So I just thought the price wasn't as high as I thought it would be for some of the guys I thought would instantly make this team better. They need a point guard, Barry. Take your pick of the two guys. I guess Chris Paul still intrigues me. I know he doesn't intrigue you, but for what he has to do and how limited it would be, he doesn't have to score, shoot. He's always been a great ball handler. He's a coach on the floor. He's smart. The biggest thing to me is as long as he and KD were good from their time in Phoenix, that dude can run an offense and get guys the ball where they need the ball.
Yeah, I mean, when you consider where they're at and what they've not done, you're kind of starting to convince me about Chris Paul. It's like it's their best option. There's a ton of guards I'm looking at. I went to the NBA website and just did unsigned. And there's quite a few guards now. It doesn't specify whether these are point guards or shooting guards, and that matters. But there's a shit ton of names here. Look, I'm gonna do this. You can see right here. These are all. If you go up here, this is unsigned. All teams, all positions. Actually, we could just do guard. And so this is it. This is the list of guards. Hey, Ben Simmons is available.
Good Lord, you know how I feel about that. Oh my God. Talk about an absent. That ball, he should be doing time in a federal prison for how much money he's stolen over his career.
God. Isn't he doing something else now?
And there's a guy that someone really accurately put it. He got super enamored with the money and didn't realize in order to look like you deserved it, you probably should earn it by playing a little bit. Being like, he should be in the Guinness Book for the world's smallest nuts because he's afraid to shoot the ball and he's in the NBA. That's
crazy.
For me.
I thought he went on and did something else, like left. I don't remember. I thought I saw something that he was doing, like golf or some. I don't know what it was. It wasn't golf. I don't know what the fuck it was, but
golf you got to shoot too, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he moved on to something, but
you know what, Barry? And the other thing here's one more thing when we were talking about Stone. Dorian Finney-Smith is a massive mistake, okay? Because one, he's repetitive to what you have already with the Tari Eason type player who's making more threes and at a better clip than Dorian Finney-Smith has. And yet you paid him $15 million a year and you gave him a multi-year deal. And here's the other kicker. He was hurt. And this reminded me of Michael Brantley, right? Oh, everybody tells you the Bagwell fluff factor of we're going to go get Dorian Finney-Smith. And yeah, we know he's coming off surgery. Yeah. He'll be fine. He's going to be good by the time the season starts. He's going to be great by the time we need him. They've needed him. He sucked all year. And now no other team, even teams that were interested in him in the past, they'll pass on him because they know he's damaged goods and he's playing worse shit. Do we talk about Stone there?
I mean, yes, of course you have to. It's the full body of work, but you're not always going to hit. No GM is perfect, and I don't give a shit. That includes OKC. It's do you have enough talent around your flops?
Presti's pretty close.
Huh?
Sam Presti's pretty close. I'm not going to say he's perfect. He's
done. I'm sure we could go find some moves that OKC has made, but here's the thing. When
you won the title, and look at how many picks are still sitting, and you talk about firsts and seconds, and
I get it.
I mean,
but if you look at, because Dorian Finney-Smith wasn't going to be a starter on this team, was he? He was going to be a bench guy.
No, but he could. Well, honestly, they saw a possibility of him starting. If he didn't, he'd be like your sixth man, and he was a 3-and-D guy. You know what he's been? He's been a weenie guy because he's been absolutely anything but available. He's been on the bench, and when he comes in, he's airballing and like long shotting shots, and looks like he doesn't belong. And it's going, and he's making how much for how many years?
Yeah. Sean from YouTube said Rockets choked. They needed something and did nothing. It again, not done yet. Let me ask you this, because I think the consensus from guys like Sean and others. What up, Glenn? Glenn said need a hype train in here for these serious basketball talk. Glenn, thank you for subscribing, by the way. Much love to you, Glenn. The thing, and PP Dubs, thank you for resubscribing. 45 months, dude. You're the man. Thank you.
That's what I do, Bear. I just bring them to you.
But let me ask you this. If the Rockets do get Chris Paul or a point guard, or does that change your mind at all?
It depends on how they play, right? Because I think that at the end of the day, the final say on everything, including Stone. Look, Udoka's taking a ton. I mean, he is getting crushed. But
by who?
When you look at, oh my God, everybody, all the fans are saying, have a clue offensively. They're literally saying he can't coach. I'm like trying to defend him, going, if you put him up on the open market, he'd be out there for about 30 seconds. Are you kidding me? He's done this and that, and he's terrible and whatever. Everybody's catching strays. Their last chance to kind of save and calm everything down is the buyout market. If they get the right guy, and then they've also kind of gambling on the fact that you need Fred VanVleet to actually come back at the end of the year and at least be decent, which is a huge gamble in itself. But I think that if the buyout market is a failure at the end of the year and this team underachieves, then I think a lot of people have to own it and wear it. And it'll be interesting to see just how the ownership feels, especially when Tillman's grooming his son to inevitably be the general manager.
That one concerns me too, but okay. I mean, he owns the team. He can do what he wants. My thing is, in regards to Ime Udoka, I think it's crazy that people are bailing on this dude and saying that he's the reason and the problem. Like you said, if they cut him, if they fired him right now, he'd have a job instantly. I mean, the dude is
no question.
The dude is one of the better coaches in this league. Period. I mean, look what he did last year without a superstar. It's crazy to me.
But is it fair to say he goes without blame? No. Like last night's a perfect example. He is a defensive-minded coach. He's a tough, hard-nosed coach. But if you can't do it, get a coach that can, because it's inexcusable what Boston did to you without their two superstars just by putting a big on Amen Thompson. And we talk about like the Bobby Slowick factor. You can't make adjustments at halftime. Like, someone's got to wear that, right? You can't just go to a press conference and go, yeah, we got to be better. No, I need more tangible answers than that.
So do you think he's not making good halftime adjustments?
I think it's him and his staff. I think he's got a good enough staff. I think when you see, and everybody, like from Ryan Hollins to everybody watching the game can see, you know what Boston's doing. And you know what the reason why they're doing it, what they're trying to force you to do, and you're not doing anything differently to combat that. Then at a certain point, you got to wear it. And then you're down 20-something in the third quarter, and then you get your ass thrown out of the game as if you didn't even want to watch it anymore. It's on you. It's on your staff. And when Mike D'Antoni was the head coach, and he said, "Now let's be clear. I only coach the offense. Jeff Bezdelik is going to be my defensive coordinator. So if we don't defend, it's his fault." No, it's not that simple. You're in charge, and if you ain't going to do it, find someone that can adequately, because that was inexcusable last night.
Yeah, I'm with you in that regard. And I couldn't find anything specifically, about first half versus second half quickly. But I had a point.
Well, you want to look at the box score?
No, I'm talking in general. Like, what is this team allowing first half versus scoring, and then allowing
I'm just
second
saying,
half versus
like last
scoring?
night was a perfect example of you can make adjustments at any time, right? I was watching a doc at the gym this morning on kind of the follow-up Jimmy Valvano thing, and his team was saying it was amazing how he came in with a game plan, and the minute that it got underway, if things weren't going as planned, he could pivot on a dime and change the entire game plan and tell everybody to do something differently, and it would work because he knew basketball. And it doesn't matter when it happens, but if you look at it, this was a single-digit game at halftime, and Boston kept doing what they were doing. The Rockets didn't make any adjustments. They got beat by 15 in the third quarter, which blew it wide open. And then it was a push in the fourth quarter, a difference of 1 point. The third quarter coming out of the break was the exact difference in the entire game that the Rockets just didn't do anything differently.
Yeah, Dre said Rockets offense isn't very imaginative. Yeah, agree with you there. Sean said yesterday was brutal. We will see tonight against the streaky Hornets. Yeah, the Hornets have been really good.
They got a chance. They got a chance to get drubbed again tonight. Charlotte's playing really good.
Yeah. And Walt, we're going to get to that question. That's a really good question. But I remember the point I was going to make for you or to you, and it has nothing to do with, halftime adjustments or anything like that. But what I will blame what I will blame Ime Udoka for is this team is awful on the road. That's got to get better. If this team is just decent on the road, they're the 2 seed. I mean, they're 2.5 back from the 2 seed and the Spurs. They're 14 and 13 on the road. That is atrocious for a team that's supposed to be a contender. If you look at the teams ahead of them, Nuggets 19 and 9, Thunder 18 and 7, and the Spurs are 15 and 10, but they're also a younger team. And I get it. The Rockets aren't old, but they've got veteran leadership. There's no reason before Steven Adams went out. There's
Barry,
no reason this team should be 14 and 13. Huh?
You just say this to somebody else. I'm a yes man. All I do is I'm a mouthpiece for the franchise. So I'm here to tell you that they've played a majority of their games or more of their games on the road. They've had a very road heavy centric schedule early on. They have one of the best home records in the league with more an abundance more of home games coming, and they're going to be just fine there. Okay. So
now that you got that out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, that's all true, right? But we went through this with the Astros and Lance McCullers and everything. Remember where 1 year he couldn't win at home, he always won on the road. The next year he couldn't win on the road, he always won at home. Like sometimes it's kind of inexplicable, except for scheduling things kind of lead into it. Like where are your back-to-backs? Where are you playing the second game too? I just think overall, I was a little put off by the fact that one, Udoka got tossed. And then two, that I don't like, and you know me, I've always hated the coach speak in the media after the game. Like, it's easy to just say, "Oh, that's on me." Well, tell me why, and tell me what you're going to do different. If nothing else, I hope last night, and it's the short turnaround for tonight. It might be too soon to judge, but I hope this was a massive reality check for the coaching staff.
Yeah.
To say, "Hey, look. We knew we had a top 4 team coming in the West coming into the season, but we probably got to look in the mirror and check ourselves a little bit now too, because it ain't going all sunshine and rainbows. We've hit a bump in the road. We've lost Steven Adams, and we've still had injuries that are, kind of still hanging around. But at the same time, no one wants to see this season thrown away. Mm-hmm. And there were fixes that the front office could have made but didn't. But you can't sit there as a coaching staff and rely on your front office to kind of save the day for you and put a Band-Aid on it. You got to fix it. And maybe this is the check they needed.
Yep. All right, couple of things. Let's see. By the way, Glenn, which is actually I saw.
Oh, that's an easy one. He's a non-rich ex-military guy.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I thought I saw something about Poor Marine. Well, Poor Marine, thank you for the 1,000 biddies, man. I don't.
He said more of those go to me, but it's fine.
That's true. We'll send those to you. So where did it go? Oh, hey, Cece, what's up, girl? There's Walt's question. So Walt said, what's your opinion of underachieving? I look at this roster and see a 5 or a 6 seed with a second round ceiling. Also, I should tell you, Walt is not an LP fan. And I do need to say this too, real quick. We talked about, him not making the all-star team and not being voted top 30 or whatever. And a lot of that has to do with people are sick of him complaining. And I'm with you, bro. And I feel like somebody got in his ear. He's been a lot less over the top but it's still there, and
It
it's
was
still
me.
like, nah, bro, you have to just swallow your pride, shut the fuck up, and play basketball. You're way too worried about getting a foul call.
It was
It's
me.
crazy.
I tweeted it like a week and a half ago, and I said, Alpie's not doing himself any favors why he continues just like he's done in the past. Every single time he doesn't get a call, every time he touches the ball, it's the hey! And then it's the signal to challenge, and then it's looking at the bench with palms in the air. And when you look at All-Star balloting and they took the players and coaches ballots and he was like 23rd or 24th, we all know that he's way better than that. I thought that was a clear indication that the whole league is sick of it. The referees obviously are sick of it. And at a certain point, they're human. They get tired of the bitchy baby, whiny baby thing
Yep.
to where they just, if it's a 50-50 on whether I should call a foul or not, they're not going to call it. And he's got to knock that shit off. He's
Yeah.
too good of a player.
I definitely agree. So your thoughts on Walt's question? He sees a 5-6 seed, second round out. Is that accurate?
I think right now, Walt, the biggest thing that you have to take into consideration is we really don't know what Rockets team is going to be in the playoffs. If you tell me that they somehow or another they find someone to handle the basketball, if Dorian Finney-Smith somehow comes out of his inept coma to be able to play some kind of quality basketball, then I think that that's why I said at the start of the season, I said, look, and you know me, I was on record in the offseason, Jalen Green can never play another game for this team. And I don't care if people hated me for saying it or he's 22 years old. He basically had LNS, which is little nut syndrome. And then he admitted it by saying that the lights maybe were too bright, my knees got a little weak, and they had to move on. And then the other thing that I said is the full value of Kevin Durant you're not going to see until you come playoff time. And Kevin Durant in the playoffs is going to do what Jalen Green couldn't do. And if Alpie continues to be better than he was a year ago, and Amen Thompson is easily better than he was a year ago, that you have enough that I believe that as long as they get to the second round, they were better than they were last year. It doesn't matter what their regular season record was. If they win, so to Walt's question, I think for sure they get to the second round. Now, matchups are going to be key because you lost Steven Adams. But I think in the second round, because the West is so wide open, unless you face OKC in the second round, they got a chance to go deep in a 7-game series in the second round and do something too. So I think that if you lose in the first round, the season was a failure. If you get to the second round and you're competitive because of the injuries you sustained, because no one thought Fred was going to get hurt, and then you lose someone that was so valuable in Steven Adams, and everybody was, again, that's the other thing, Bear. When things go wrong, people just want to shit on you until they're completely drained, and then suddenly the double big was awful. The double big was the reason why you were in the Golden State series with a Jalen Green that pulled an MIA, right? The double big was the reason why you won a lot of games down the stretch. The double big NBA coaches told you, including Steve Kerr, gave us a whole lot of problems. That, when you're doing the chess game of game to game in a 7-game series, could be a big difference maker. But you got a closer in Kevin Durant, and the fact that if he doesn't get hurt, knock on wood, and he's giving you an MVP type season, I think the trade was a success. I think it's a 3-year window, as we talked about, and I think that the team is a success.
Yep, 100%. Yo, Glenn, thank you for the 1,000 bits, man. Glenn said, I might consider returning to Texas if they legalize prostitution. I always love them hoes. Thank you, Glenn, for the insight. All right, so I think that was a pretty good summation of the trade deadline. Good input from you. Appreciate that.
I'm just a mouthpiece, Bear.
You're just a mouthpiece for the Rockets.
I love that GM. Whew. Papa was a Rolling Stone.
All right, let's get to some Super Bowl talk. Yeah. Let me just close all these windows out. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, let's start with...
No, Nick Casario doesn't know what a window is. It's always open.
Yeah. No, that's not Nick Casario. That's...
Yep. No, Casario said it.
No, what's his name?
This last year.
Astros owner. Shit.
Oh, Crane.
Yeah. As long as I'm
Yeah, but
here,
then they
the window will always be open.
Right,
Well,
and then they used it on a Nick Casario press conference, and he basically said he doesn't know what a window is, and then he proceeded to use window about a week later. It's like, okay,
so stupid. All right, let's get to some silly prop bets for the Super Bowl. Yes. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. What are we doing here? Get. I hate some of these websites that they just hit you with 1,000 pop-ups. All right, CBS Sports, 10 best Super Bowl 60 picks, player props for Patriots, Seahawks. I don't want player props. I want like Gatorades and shit like that.
Did you see the other day? Oh, I was at the gym on the treadmill the other day watching Barstool, and they had Brock Heward on, he's a national announcer, but he's got a show in Seattle, and he's a huge Seahawks fan. And they started hitting him because he knew people on the team going, hey, can you find out what color Gatorade they like? Because I gotta believe that there's something the league's doing, because they know that one might be too easy for certain people to lift out.
Yeah. There was another one that I don't know if it's going to be a prop bet. I'm sure somewhere in America it is, but it was Chris Collinsworth said, yes, I'll probably mention Patrick Mahomes during the broadcast. And that's got to be a prop bet somewhere. Got to be. So if
just like your Taylor Swift, right? That was the whole thing about how many times was Taylor Swift going to get mentioned in the past.
Okay, so here's some prop bets from Bovada. Let me get this on screen here. There we go. By the way, Donna said your mic is rubbing on your what's it called?
That's Donna's hot button. My hot button is Donna being a critique all the time. So Barry's had some microphone problems. Donna. I don't care.
Why she's Donna the matriarch of this whole thing.
Oh my God, she's the matriarch of Joe George.
Oh,
she loves her some. Yeah, she loves her some custodian.
Poor Marine said Taylor Swift and her flat ass. Yes. Oh, Lone Ranger said I second Donna on the mic thing. Now they're complaining about it. Where you going? Other way, buddy. Other way. You moved out of frame.
Other way?
Yes. Okay. There you go. Only prop bet that matters is length of the national anthem. No, that's not true.
That matters.
Let me.
What was it? The year that Aretha Franklin did like 9.5 minutes.
Oh God! All right, here are some prop bets. This is from Bovada, right? So we've got. I don't know if y'all can see that good or not on your phones. I know that the. Is that a little better? Yeah, there we go.
Is it a no-brainer to me that Seattle should be using the yellow-green?
The Gatorade? Yeah. So here's your Gatorades. What color liquid will be poured on the winning coach of Super Bowl 60? Orange is a plus 250. Purple's plus 600. Yellow, green, lime plus 250. Blue is plus 275. Water is plus 900. And there's other options. Red, pink is plus 850. If you pour red Gatorade on it, you're an asshole, because that's going to stain worse than any of them.
I was going to say, your equipment manager hates you.
Yeah. So the most likely is yellow, green, lime, and orange. I think it would be blue for the Patriots and yellow, green, lime for the Seahawks.
See, that's where I think, because it just seems like it's a no-brainer that they won't do that.
You think?
But I agree with you.
Coin toss, heads or tails? Which one are you going with? Which one are you going with? Heads or tails?
Heads will win, but I'm always a tail man.
All right, you say heads? See, I would have said tails there.
Can you tell me which side the referee is going to have facing up when he flicks it? Because then I'll tell you the answer.
Do you think that matters?
I think studies have shown that, like, if you have heads facing up when you flip it, that it'll be tails almost. A higher percentage of the time.
I don't have a coin. I want to test this theory. We could do 10 times and see. All right.
Call a bathroom break. I'd be happy for that.
You need to go to the bathroom?
Getting close, yeah.
Okay, well, it's 4:30. Let's take a break and then we'll do props. We'll do Super Bowl props. And
Let's do it.
We'll talk about who we think is going to win and break down the game, I guess. Not that anybody gives a shit like that, but we can talk about
This is your last show of the week, right?
This is my last show for 2+ weeks. That's why I told you.
Okay.
I don't know if you got my other text about why I was late.
Yeah, I get your text. They're annoying.
I leave.
Very non-responsive.
Yo, Parmarine!
He's actually
said,
sending it
"Hold up."
all to me through you. Yeah, never mind. I'm
Parmarine,
going to the
thank you for the
bathroom.
2,000 bits, man. So I leave. So I have shows at the Punchline tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night. And then I leave Sunday for a 2-week cruise. I won't be back until Sunday the 22nd. So I'm gone from February 8th to February 22nd. So no shows the entire time. All right. All right. So let's do this. Let's get our break in. Joel obviously had to go. And then we will come back. Whoa, that got full screen on me. Excuse me. And then we'll come back and we will discuss Super Bowl prop bets and the Super Bowl and whatever else. Yes, Lone Ranger, I am working a cruise. Nate said 2-week cruise is crazy. So let's get back after this break. Let's do this. Joel's gonna pee, I'm gonna pee. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna talk prop bets, Super Bowl, and whatever else comes up in the next 30 minutes or so. I'll see you in a second. Hey! Amos, thank you for resubscribing for 32 months, pimp. All right, we'll be back right after this. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack, along with my boy Joe Blake. We'll be back right after this. Stick around. Hey, welcome back to the show. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Those of you that did not stick around through the break can go have sex with yourself. Why would you leave? We got so much goodness coming up right now. Walt said, would you frame where did it go? Shit. I lost all the YouTube. Oh, would you frame your red stained Super Bowl winning clothes? That may be the preferred color. Good question. I would 100%. Let's see. Aretha did a 5-minute national anthem, Joel. Yeah, it was long. I know it was long. Lone Ranger said, "Are you working you're working that cruise?" Yes, yes, I am. Yes, indeed. Joe Rose said, "Poor Laminate got to scurry around the house looking for a coin to flip, but can't find 2 dimes to rub together." Same. Where'd it go? Just like women have to go to the bathroom together. Shut up, Cece. Where'd it go? Barry on deck. Take $20 and give him cement locks for shoes. What? Jesus, Alex, that's aggressive. That's super aggressive. Trying to catch up. 2 weeks, that's a long ass cruise, Christopher Columbus. No. It's 2 1-week cruises. They're just back to back, and I don't get off the boat. So, like, we go out for a week, we leave on the 8th, we come back the following Sunday, and then we leave again and then come back the following Sunday. So it's just I'll be on 2 different cruises for the week. So that's all. Damn it, Joel, you've moved your camera again. Now I gotta fix it again. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, I can't even hear you. You're over there complaining and I don't even know it. Let's see. I'm fixing it. Don't touch it. I'm fixing it. Don't you touch it. All right, here we go. We're back. Yay. What up, pimp? See, I fixed it. You look good.
You, Gilligan, the professor.
Yes, all those. I don't know what to do. Like I'm a little nervous because I have no idea what I'm supposed to do or other than tell jokes.
Do comedy, Barry. I was gonna say that's normally what a guy that's funny does.
Yeah, they're very strict though about like the rules and stuff. Like I don't think I can gamble or drink. Like I'm just there to work, which is fine. That's all I really want to do. I ain't trying to.
When you're
hang
not
out with nobody
doing
on
a
cruise.
show, you can't gamble or drink.
Apparently not. I can't get drunk. I know that. I don't. Yeah, I don't think I can
monitors on you or something.
Huh?
You have monitors on you.
They have cameras everywhere. That's for sure.
I mean, I know something that you're probably not gonna have a problem with, but they might just have you blow a lot to make sure that you're not drunk.
Wait a minute. Blow what? What?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you? All right. Okay.
Past precedent.
Huh?
Past precedents. I don't know.
Shut up. All right. Here's more prop bets. Oh shit! Look at that. Poor Marine with another 1,000 biddies. Poor Marine. Thank you, brother.
He loves me.
We had something called a treasure train. I don't know what the fuck that is. So there's a treasure train. I've never heard of that. But thank you guys for the
one
treasure train.
They used to call you Dr. Hook.
You know what? Kiss my ass. All right. Who will the Super Bowl MVP mention first in his on-field speech? City, coach,
JC.
family or family members, God or Jesus, the owner, his teammates. Does not mention any of the listed as plus 3,000. The owner is plus 4,500. Now it's first. City is plus 1,400. Coach plus 1,200. Family or family members 1,200. God or Jesus is minus 190.
Definitely God or Jesus.
Yeah, teammates are plus 155.
It's become the hip thing to do lately that a lot of people are like really focused on.
Super Bowl most valuable players: Sam Darnold, Drake May, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Kenneth Walker, Ramondre Stevenson, Rashid Shaheed, and Stephon Diggs. Obviously, the quarterbacks have the best or the lowest odds. And, well, I shouldn't say the lowest. The worst odds, plus 120 and plus 250, is not good odds for gambling, but it's a pretty good indication that one of them is going to win it. What do you think about that? Who do you think is who's your MVP if you were predicting it?
I like JSN. If you're going to go non-quarterback, he's been really, really good. And if Seattle wins, I think that JSN and Walker are the safe bets. Walker probably could easily end up with 102 tutties just because of the fact that they like to run the ball so much. But if Darnold's throwing it at all like he has during the playoffs, Cooper Cup, yes, but JSN has been his main go-to, and I could see that easily happen.
Here's
And
your
that's not bad odds.
no, and here's your odds for the game itself. We didn't even get to that yet because we're doing prop bets, but Seattle's a 4.5 point favorite right now. And the over under is set at 45.5. So, what do you think? You liking the points
I'm
there?
leaning under.
Huh?
I'm leaning under,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take the Seahawks given 4.5, but I will go under.
So you're gonna take the under? Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think it's going to be like the Seahawks Rams game. I don't think New England scores like that a lot, unless we play the Texans and CJ's quarterback in the other team. But
And you're taking,
yeah, I feel like Seattle's going to win by like a touchdown.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
I'll take
I hope
New
I'm wrong
England.
because I want a good game, but
I'll take New England in the points, but I like the under. I do like the under one because of a little bit of what, but mostly, look, these are two really, really good defenses.
Seattle for sure.
New England too. New England's a really good defense. I need to look up like what they were giving up on the season. But that's got to be at least, I would say, I mean, for sure top 10, but I'm thinking top 5 defense as far as points allowed.
New England?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's going to go to the whole thing all year has been that their schedule's been so easy.
Yeah.
But you still, I mean, you can only play the teams that are on your schedule. I
Right.
think they've been good. I think the Texans were, I don't think the Texans were like extremely limited other than hindered by CJ. I think the Texans, if CJ has just an average game or protects the football, I think they could move the football. I don't think they'd have that same kind of success. I wouldn't say that if they played. Seattle's defense is special.
Seattle's giving up
you know,
17.2 a game. That was best in the regular season. The Texans were 17.4. New England was giving up 18.8 a game. Now, you look at their schedule. They beat the Chargers 16-3, so they only gave up
That's
3
preseason.
points there. Huh?
That's preseason.
No, that's postseason, brother. Right there.
Oh, post. I see what you're
Postseason.
saying. Okay.
They
yeah.
beat the Texans 28-16, and then they beat Denver 10-7. Of course, we know what was wrong with Denver and then the snow and everything else. But they've given up a total of 26 points in 3 games in the playoffs. Now, one of those games is the cold and the snow and everything else. But they're a top 5 defense for sure. Points allowed.
I love the under.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very curious if look, I'm happy for Sam Darnold, and it's an unbelievable resurrection story. It's just, I think that they're just going to do whatever it takes to win the game, as they should, and it's not going to be, or he's going to have the kind of game where it was a back and forth shootout like the Rams game. And to your point, I think it's a low scoring game. That's why that 4.5 worries me right now. But I think that I could see Seattle getting a touchdown lead and then just defensively just kind of suffocating the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm taking New England, I'm taking the points in New England. It's not but I think final score is 23-21, Seattle. So I think Seattle wins the game, but I think New England will cover. And if you also look at that, that's 44 total, and the over-under is 45.5, which is why I like the under. So, but that's just me. I'm gonna go ahead and place that bet though. So, doing this live. So I always try to put my money where my mouth is when we do some of this shit. So there we go. Taking New England and the points. Make that bet. Done. And I'll take the under at 5. What? What the shit? No,
What did you do there?
I don't know what the hell's going on. Why? Oh, bet slip. There we go. Under 45.5. Yeah. So give me that for 5 and done. And I didn't do that as a parlay because nope. I do 2 separate ones.
No, I wouldn't do that either.
There's your MVP list. Let's see. America
I'll tell you,
the Beautiful.
sleeper
How long
MVP
will it
is
take?
Shaheed.
Huh?
The sleeper MVP could be Shaheed.
Oh, yeah?
'Cause the return
His
game
odds
and
are plus
'cause he
4,000.
Woo! I'd put a minimal bet on Shaheed because I think that could. man, I'm telling you, that dude in the return game, and because he's their really deep threat.
Mhm.
That could
All
be a
right, you know
difference
what,
maker.
Joe? We're
But
doing
just
it.
keep an eye on it.
No, we're doing it right here. Let's see. How can I?
Even if you just put $1 on it.
Yeah. Why won't it let me select this though? That's crazy talk. Singles only.
This would be what we would call another technical issue from the IT guy.
No, not at all. This is just, it's not acting right. It's not my fault. I don't fucking own their website. What the hell?
Now you sound like my wife. It's not my fault.
Where did it go? There we go. Bet slip. There we go. All right. We'll put down $1 wins us 40. So we'll do 5 to win 200.
Okay.
I like it. There you go. All right. That's for you, Joel.
Thank you.
Done.
Thanks, poor Marine.
All right, done. All right, let's look at some other shit on here. We don't care about America the Beautiful. That's so stupid. Let's see. Bad Bunny halftime show first song. This is the thing about the halftime show, bro. I'm not one of those. Oh yes, we gotta. I saw something that was funny where, you know, of course, yo, poor Marine, thank you for the 1,000 biddies, brother. You the man, poor Marine. I saw you need to change your name to Rich Marine. He said, "Get off my dress." The whole thing about people getting upset about Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl, they're like, "You gotta get an American." Well, first of all, he's from Puerto Rico. You fucking morons.
That's my big thing I've been hung up on
goddamn
all week. Like, you do realize Puerto Rico makes him American, right?
It's an American territory. He's American, you dumb fucks. And people are like, well, we gotta have somebody that represents us. And then someone posted like, the Rolling Stones, U2, there was like a bunch of other, none of them are American.
The Coldplay
None of them are American. Now, they might be citizens now, but they're not from America. Especially like U2. And so the argument is fucking stupid. People need a reason to be mad. And Bad Bunny has given them that. And I saw a really great write-up. Actually, it wasn't a great write-up. Dre, thank you for the 1,000 bits, man. It wasn't even a write-up. It was a Facebook post. And it was genius. And I wish I could find it. But it basically talked about, why is Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl? And he was basically like, look, if you're a diehard NFL fan, they're not getting Bad Bunny for you. You're already a fan. They're getting Bad Bunny because he's the most popular artist in the world, Craig. And they're trying to grow internationally. That's why they're having a game in Australia. They every year they play in Europe. They're trying to branch out. Guess what? And he said, guess where they want to get? Mexico, Central America, South America. It's a lot closer. Why wouldn't you get Bad Bunny to do that, to expand your market and increase your reach of your product? And he was like,
do you think he's
also for
more popular
younger
than
kids.
Taylor Swift right now?
Younger kids, oh yeah. Younger kids love Bad Bunny, and so they're trying to reach future fans, not current fans, future fans. And by the way, most of these cats, well, hold on. Most of these cats that are bitching about Bad Bunny, they're not the ones that are spending money. You know what I mean? These are not the guys. They sit at home and they watch it, but they don't, I ain't buying Bud Light. I'm not doing this. These are the motherfuckers that boycott everything. These are the same people that boycotted the NFL when Kaepernick was kneeling. And now all of a sudden they're back and want to bitch about Bad Bunny. Bitch, go away then. Go back away. Like, leave again if that's the case. But the thing is, they never left. They've been watching and supporting this whole time. They just need a reason to be mad. So I'll give them one. Go fuck yourselves.
It's just like the Rockets conversation. Like, if you personally are not happy or the Rockets didn't do anything, well, then I want to start like putting people in my crosshairs and just ripping everybody a new one. Yeah. Right? You're absolutely right. They played in Brazil. The new international schedule came out. They're trying to play in more countries, and they're trying to get more eyeballs. They weren't shy about the Taylor Swift thing. They didn't back away from it. They loved every bit of it because they were getting a new demographic they hadn't gotten into yet, and they were going to capitalize. The Bad Bunny is the same thing. They're going to capitalize. And what was the other knock on them forever? The halftime shows were has-beens and washed-up performers for a lot of years. Well, now they flip the script. They go completely to the top of the charts, literally, and now people have a problem with that too. Like, what you're telling me is the guy at home that's going, Eunice, I don't know what he's saying, and this button for this SAP ain't doing what it's supposed to do. How am I supposed to enjoy it? You weren't trying to enjoy it anyway. You were knee-deep in a bag of Lay's and a handful of peanuts before the second half started.
Yeah. I'm with you 1,000%. I was looking at this. This is interesting. Like, I think because Bad Bunny just won a Grammy, and this is Billboard's Artist 100, and they have Bad Bunny. Where the fuck is he? 13th. Last week he was number 2. So obviously it jumps around. But they have, and I think some of it has to do with the Grammys and, whatever. But Megadeth is number 2 right now. What does that tell you? Who the fuck knows?
What?
They weren't even ranked last week, and now they're number 2.
They're still around?
Apparently so. Morgan Wallen is number 1. He was 4 last week, so he must have dropped an album. Taylor Swift is
I just want
3.
to love somebody. Now, I had this question at the gym today,
Okay.
and I honestly could not answer it. I do not know a single Bad Bunny song, but
Me
I'm
neither.
not against him.
Nope. I don't. That's why I said if we look at his what song is first, I don't know any of these songs. The only thing I know from him is he's in I Like It, which is
From
Cardi B.
I Like It.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cardi B's I Like It.
All I
That's-
know is I know when he came here that someone did an interview with him from his hotel room where you could see the people lined up around the building. And he was like, that's pretty cool, man. He was telling a story about how far he had come and how his shows had gone from, just trying to make $1 to like people lined up midday all around the building. But he's a good story. He seems like a good dude. I didn't realize we were watching the Grammys. He went up to get that first award, and I'm like, he ain't a bunny. He's a full-grown rabbit. Like, this dude is like 6 something. It looks like he could play tight end. Like, I mean,
to see him in a dress.
I didn't expect that. Yeah, I thought he was a little dude. I'm like, okay, well,
No.
guess what? Good, more power to you, buddy.
Yeah. It says Bad Bunny halftime show, halftime specials. Bad Bunny to announce a new tour. Bad Bunny to announce a new album. So that's all. No one gives a shit about that.
Wouldn't be the big kicker? Don't they always have like some side piece that comes in, some other entertainer that will join him at some point? Or if
So that'll be
that
Cardi
always,
B, I bet. For sure.
contemplated. Maybe
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
It'll be Cardi B. And that's I Like It. That's plus 1,600 for the first song, but I don't think that'll be the first.
She'll be there
song.
anyway, right?
Huh?
Won't she
That's
be
right.
in the game anyway?
Yeah. Because of her man.
But now, yeah, opposite of Taylor Swift, who if Travis was playing and she didn't want to run the risk because she'd be too involved in the game, I would think Cardi B, if she's already at the game. Now, the kicker is, and unless they change this, they don't get paid for the halftime show.
No, they don't get paid for doing it, but it's such a boom for their music
Yeah,
and
it's a big
sales
marketing
and
thing, right?
it's huge. Yeah. It says Bad Bunny wardrobe changes over 1.5, under 1.5. So that means he's either doing 1 or 2. I would say 1. I don't know. Well, maybe not. Maybe he is gonna do some shit to piss people off, like wear a dress. Bad Bunny have
Okay, can I ask you real
viewers.
quick? And you and I have had this conversation before, but I don't think that we differed, but I'm not sure. Is it who gets the nod for greatest halftime show of all time? I'm just seeing if we're on the same page with this.
Oh, it's got to be Prince.
Absolutely.
Well, 100%.
In the rain,
Yeah.
in the rain, and the fact that it was, and obviously with Purple Rain and everything, but the way he just literally soaked it all in and was like, I hope it rains harder, and then just did it and toughed it out. And he's so, I'm obviously a big fan of his music anyway, but I think everybody says Michael Jackson and otherwise. I just think it's Prince and everybody else was playing for second.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is an interesting one. Bad Bunny halftime show. Which politician posts first after Bad Bunny's set? Marjorie Taylor Greene, AOC, Jasmine Crockett, Gavin Newsom, Zoran Mamdani, Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, Barack Obama. Trump.
I was just going to say, the Agent Orange isn't in there?
It's going to be Trump. No, he's not. Yo, Poor Marie, thank you for the 5,000 bits. Holy shit. That's insane, sir. That is crazy. Poor Marine said 305 Miami mix. Purple Rain was badass. I like Janet's boob though. Well, that's a
I'm a big fan of Janet, period, but
yeah. Them titties was nice. You know what? If Bad Bunny shows titty, I'm in. Wait, what?
Did you see, I forget what special it was on, or they were interviewing the guy that did the Michael Jackson halftime show? And he's like, we did this whole live thing, and then we had it all rehearsed. And then he goes out there, and we already know he's already supposed to be singing the first song. And he just sat there frozen. And the more he sat there, the more, and they were like, you got to go. And you know how producers are. They start cussing, but it's Michael, so they really can't. But they're like, you got to go. And all of a sudden, he just basically just put one hand up, touched the hat, and the place went, and he goes, oh, he knew. Like, he knows how to play a crowd. And then the people
100%.
just lost their mind, and then he went, and it was like, oh, he knew what he was doing all along.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of Prince responses for who had the best. B. Hannah said Janet Jackson. Lone Ranger said Prince. CC said Peen CWB. I don't know who that is. Then she corrected it and said Prince, but I don't know who Peen CWB is.
I don't neither.
Yeah. Pew Pew said Prince 1, Michael Jackson 2. Christian Gary said Prince, Beyonce, Michael Jackson. If that's not the top 3, I don't know about Beyonce being top 3.
I don't either.
Look, it was good, and I think, if you're a fan of her music, then it was big, but and I am a fan of her music, but I just wouldn't have it top 3 of all time of the world. Craig, come on, that's crazy. Cece said, I'm at the gym, leave me alone. Rihanna, Lady Gaga, Paul McCartney was pretty special. I don't even remember that.
I thought last year, was it the Dre Snoop Dogg? That wasn't bad.
No, I'm with you there. Yeah, Cece said she also liked Creed. Poor Marine said, I waited for years after the first episode of Good Times to see them titties. That's hilarious. Which of
it was
Charlene
on Different Strokes too, and she was really good.
Yeah. Jen said
Different
I loved
Strokes,
Left
Maureen.
Shark. Left Shark was funny as fuck.
That was the Katy Perry one.
Yeah. Left Shark was up there. Beyonce ain't about 713. She is. Which of anyone has rodeo tickets? Hook a sister up. Cece's just in here begging for rodeo tickets. Creed was Thanksgiving.
Cece.
Paul McCartney was the reset after the nip slip. Oh, really? That's interesting. Joe Bro said no Pat Boone. No, nobody gives a fuck about Pat Boone at Super Bowl 3. That lets you know. I wonder, do we have a list of let's see.
Pat Boone.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Super Bowl 3 apparently.
Who knew?
Well, Joe Pro did apparently every Super Bowl performer by year. Let's see.
I wonder if he lit up the stage like his daughter light up my life.
Is that one of his songs, Pat? But you,
His daughter,
light up my life.
Yeah, that was Debbie.
How do I
Boone.
know that
That's
song?
the only one I know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because once it gets in your brain, you can't get it out.
No, my mom used to sing that to me when I was a kid. That's how I know it.
Twisted.
Okay, here's the list. Full list. Every Super Bowl performance. Ready?
Okay.
Boop, 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 All right. Here we go. Starting back in 67, it was the University of Arizona and Grambling State marching bands. This is back when they would just have bands do the halftime. It's fucking lame.
Because the whole show was in green and gold, buddy.
Yep. Grambling State Band was in 68. America Thanks with Florida A&M University Band was in 69. Carol Channing was 70. Florida A&M Band was 71. Carol must have fucked shit up. They went back to bands after that. They were like, this is trash. 72 was a salute to Louis Armstrong with Ella Fitzgerald, Carol Channing, Al Hurt, and the U.S. Marine
Carol
Corps.
Channing did 2 halftimes within 3 years?
Yes. 70 and
Wasn't she like a
72.
comedian?
I don't even know who the fuck Carol Channing is. Is that
Oh,
Tatum's
she was
mom?
just like, no, she was. My parents used to watch her on all those shows that were like the Carol Burnett's and all the, and I think she was on game shows too. She was just like, she was Dolly Parton without the cans,
Oh,
but she was like a comedian and she was like all over makeuped, blonde.
now I've got to Google her. Hold on 1 second. Let me see.
Oh, brace yourself. Ooh, it's gonna be
Carol
a tough watch
Channing.
for you.
Huh?
It's gonna be a tough watch for you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see, I told you.
Now this is an older version of her. Let me find a decent
I
photo.
think that's the only version of her. I think she came out of the womb at 50.
I was born an adult.
She thought she was getting the whole Benjamin Button thing where she was going to get younger, and she just kept getting older at 50.
She celebrated her 200th birthday on her 50th birthday.
Yep.
There you go. There's Carol
DC
Channing.
said she had a puppet. Oh, how do you?
Yeah, I don't know what that looks that's weird. That is weird to me. All right, here's some others. Let's see here. 200 years.
That's when she
and
saw you
just a-
naked, Barry.
What?
That's the picture when she saw you naked, Doctor.
Shut up. Tribute to Duke Ellington. 200 years and just a baby. Tribute to America.
Awful.
It's a Small World. From Paris to the Paris of America with Tyler Apache Bells, Pete Fountain, and Al Hurt. Why the fuck does Al Hurt keep coming back up again? Who is Al Hurt?
I've never heard of Al Hurt. Pete Fountain?
Here's Al Hurt.
Like,
Hold on.
no wonder why people turned. I mean, what the hell? Why wouldn't people turn that off?
Yeah, no shit. There's Al Hurt for you. That looks like Mr. Get Me with a trumpet. What's his name?
Oh, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
That looks like Mike. All right, others. Let's see. Super Bowl Carnival, Salute to the Caribbean with Ken Hamilton and various Caribbean bands. They just didn't give a fuck. A salute to the big band era with Up with People.
Hey, no wonder why they weren't paying. I can't imagine they were paying anybody for Super Bowl halftimes with some of this.
God. Like a Mardi Gras
why
festival,
don't you
salute to the 60s.
Roll up when we actually get someone that we can actually relate to.
Like, look at all this, though. All through the 80s, bro. Beat of the Future, Salute to Hollywood, Something Grand.
Bebop Bamboozled.
Featuring 3D
Everyone was getting
effects.
bamboozled.
What?
That these were talent. What are we
Yeah.
doing?
In 1988, they had the Rockettes and Chubby Checker. This lets you know how
Oh,
bad it was.
Lord.
Oh,
At least we know who Chubby
shit.
Checker is.
I know who Chubby
Oh, they had
Checker is.
They had Clayton's dad and Matt's mom in 1990.
Matt Thomas, Clayton Kershaw, Pete Fountain. Oh, Jesus. In 91, it was a Small World salute to 25 years of the Super Bowl featuring New Kids on the Block.
Okay, well, I mean, that's at least a mainstream act. This
Yeah.
Brian Boitano, Dorothy Hamill, they were skating at halftime?
Winter Magic. Yeah. Gloria Estefan, Brian Boitano, Dorothy Hamill. There he goes. King of Pop, baby. When did that start? Heal the World, featuring Michael Jackson and 3,500 local children. Fun fact, he touched all of them, allegedly. Final included audience card stunt. Oh, what? 94 was Rockin' Country with Clint Black, Tanya Tucker, Travis Tritt. Jesus Christ. These
That
are
looks like
terrible.
Trouble.
Diana Ross in 96, the Blues Brothers in 97. Really? The Blues Brothers? Jesus.
Wait. 97 Blues Brothers. Why do I think that I was either where was that one? Oh, I was there.
Yeah, it says Blues Brothers Bash featuring Dan Aykroyd, John Goodman, and James Belushi. Also featuring the Godfather of Soul, James Brown, and ZZ Top. Because who doesn't think of the blues when they think of ZZ Top? The fuck?
I think that was the Packers Super Bowl in 97 in New Orleans. I was there.
Let's see. Who played in the Super Bowl in 1997? Packers and the Patriots. There you go.
Yeah, I was there.
In New Orleans.
That's why I knew it. Because I thought it was cool. It was ZZ Top, but just didn't see enough of them. My dad was all into it because, Blues Brothers, Chicago, Milwaukee, the movie. He loved all that. He loved the.
They were
Saturday Night
doing
Live.
these celebration things with multiple artists all the way up to 2000. A Tapestry of Nations featuring Phil Collins, Christina Aguilera, Enrique Iglesias, Tony Braxton, and an 80-person choir.
How do
this
you
is
get
bad.
Boys to Men? How do you get Boys to Men and Queen Latifah with Martha Reeves, the Temps, and Smokey Robinson?
This is a tribute to Motown. that's how. Celebration of
That's
soul,
a special on
salsa,
ABC.
and swing.
That's not a halftime.
Bro, that could not be three more different things. The celebration of soul, salsa, and swing, featuring Stevie Wonder, Gloria Estefan, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and a tap dancer named Savion Glover. Oh, I think I remember that one. Yeah, I think I remember that. All right, we're at 2000. The Kings of Rock and Pop, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Mary J. Blige, Nelly, and Aerosmith.
Too many
U2, all by
performers.
themselves. There you go. There's the first time.
That was the concept. Yep.
2002 is when they finally were like, okay, let's just do a band. And then they had
But
next year they did.
But then they fell back into it.
Yeah, Shania Twain, No
03?
Doubt, and
Why?
Sting. The Titty Bowl was 2004.
Here. Yeah.
As Janet Jackson, Kid Rock, P. Diddy, Nelly, and Justin Timberlake. Paul McCartney was 2005. The Rolling Stones, 2006. Prince and the Florida A&M Marching Band, 2007. Tom Petty.
Poor
Bruce
Florida
Springsteen.
A&M marching band. Never's going to get any credit for that one.
No, they don't even. I couldn't have even told you that. I couldn't have even told you that. Hey, Port Marine, thank you for the 500 bits. He said,
He just keeps giving you money.
It's
He
great.
loves me.
He loves
I
the
know, I
show,
love it.
man.
Everybody giving you money.
He said
I love
Desert-
working with you if we ever could.
Desert Storm Shield. I listened to Whitney Houston's performance on BBC Radio. Oh, wow. Joe Pro said ZZ Top is literally blues based. Never more than 3 chords. Oh, well, yeah. And that's just a nice way of saying simple. Their music is simple.
Well, go get yourself a pearl necklace and
There you go. Living Color is the reason we have real halftime shows. True that.
Cult of
So mad we
personality.
never got a Lou Bega halftime show. Lou Bega, holy shit. Here's some others. Let's see.
it was Lou Vega with a V.
Vega. So, yeah, once they started rolling here, you got Paul McCartney, Rolling Stones, Prince, Tom Petty, Bruce Springsteen, The Who, Black Eyed Peas, Usher Slash, Madonna. And then there you
Black
go.
Eyed Peas was here too, I believe. That's the one where
2011. Yep.
I know that in one of what's her name from the Black Fergie was all drunk.
Beyonce was 2013. Bruno Mars, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Katy Perry, Lenny Kravitz, Missy Elliott, Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars. So they were still combining, but they were getting more current.
Oh, Bad Bunny did it in 2020.
Yep. I didn't even know that.
I didn't either, and I know J Balvin only because he did a McDonald's commercial. I couldn't name a song he sang.
He's on I Like It with Bad Bunny and Cardi B.
Oh,
So that was Shakira, J-Lo, Bad Bunny, J Balvin, Emmy Muniz. I don't know. The Weeknd. I like The Weeknd.
they said the Weeknd not only didn't get paid, but he spent like millions.
And that was a weird performance too.
It
Wasn't
really
the-
was. It was not good. It was like a maze.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. Rihanna,
Yeah.
Usher with Alicia Keys, Jermaine Dupri, Will.i.am, Lil Jon, Ludacris, Kendrick
He said
Lamar.
William. that's a white guy, and that William.
And William,
in there.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar
Lou
and
Dacres.
then Bad Bunny.
I mean, that Lou Dacres, he's.
When did Jay-Z take over for booking the Super Bowl?
Does he do it completely?
Yes. He's
he ever have a
responsible
Kids
for the
Choir?
halftime show. Produced Super Bowl halftime show on August 19. Officially partnered in August 19, taking over creation, starting with the 2020 Super Bowl was his first one that he booked. So, yeah.
Gotta be careful if you
before
book
that,
a couple of flights to an island.
I mean, they were mixing it up, but it's definitely been more, we'll say urban since
Yes.
Jay-Z took over in 2020.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
before that, it was Maroon 5, Travis Scott, Big Boy, Justin Timberlake, Tennessee Kids, Lady Gaga, Coldplay, Katy Perry. Those are all the headliners, right? But then 2020.
I don't
you had-
like all these. They over collaborated on so many of these.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these, you could just pick one of them and go. Like JT could carry it all by himself,
Yep.
right? I mean, there's enough of the Janet Jackson could carry it all by herself. Like there was a lot of them. There's too many people.
Yeah, for sure. Nothing says Minnesota like Miami Sound Machine. Ain't that the truth? All right, let me see here. I was looking for other prop bets, coin toss, whatever. Real quick before we bounce, because it's 10 after 5 and I have a show tonight.
I got
and
kids to pick up.
Your room is slowly getting dark, but
Well, that's what it's telling you. It's like Andy Don Meredith on Monday Night Football. Turn out the lights. The party's over, Chief.
this could very well be the opening day rotation for the Detroit Tigers now that they have signed or will sign Framber Valdez.
Pretty good.
Pretty stout.
Flaherty as your 3 is he's been a little hot and cold. He's still got enough left in the tank. That's a pretty formidable rotation.
Yeah, that's a really good rotation. And no surprise that Framber would go to a team managed by AJ Hinch. He knew what he was getting.
He had to go somewhere. Yeah, he had to go somewhere where you've already been there, done that, and know what you're dealing with. Because that's why, look, it was real. I mean, what he did to Cesar Salazar and the way he acted up last year, it definitely cost him.
Oh, no, I truly believe that. As much as his numbers were great, that moment is going to stick out more than anything because he was a head case for a while, and then he was able to get, not counseling, but he had like a sports psychologist that was working with him and, hey, step back from the mound and take a breath and breathe. And let's be honest, you can't do that anymore with the pitch clock. So it was like, oh, look at you. And now it looks somewhat creepy. There you go. It's like a 3D phone booth. But yeah, that's but I agree that
I look like Jerry Rocha.
But I do agree. It cost
Love
him a
you,
lot
Jer.
of money. And he's not afforded the same opportunities to get his wits about him like he used to. So it's definitely.
Well,
bad.
I mean, here's the thing, right? You're right. No matter what they paid him or whatever you think of the AAV, the biggest thing is they're not going to tolerate that shit. Like, you better be on your best behavior, even so much as all the peanuts and the shit from the fans and all this stuff. They let him get away with everything here.
Yep.
And now they're paying enough that you better be on your P's and Q's.
100%. And AJ will know how to manage him. You know what I mean? Like he'll not just on the field, but head case wise.
Yeah, better than a flat screen TV in the video room for sure.
100%. All right. So who wins Super Bowl 60?
Seattle Seahawks.
Final score.
24-13.
Ooh, wow. 24-13?
Mhm.
All right.
I
What
can
did I say?
change that
23
between now and
21?
Sunday,
Yeah.
but that's what I feel. Yeah.
All right. So I have Seattle winning 23-21. You got it 24-13. That's 47, and you took the under.
No, it isn't.
Oh, no,
Where's your
37.
math?
My bad. I was looking at,
Lord.
I wrote a 21 next to my bad. Yeah.
Now you're doing math like you handle IT problems. You better take some time off. Holy cow.
Well, this is it. Won't be back until February 23rd, ladies and gentlemen. Put it
There
on your
goes February
calendar.
I got to start auditioning people.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
Because I'm back a week and then I'm gone another week. So we got to get our shit together, Joel. You gonna do the show when I come back?
Yeah, I do a show every time you ask me, even though you always ask me and then either forget it, screw up the technical side of it, or then have me do it the next day and wait a half hour to an hour.
Well, that's what I love about
That shows how loyal I am as a friend.
you don't carry shit with you. Donna said
You were Jeremy
24-20
Branham,
Hawks.
I'd have to take the trash out for an hour and a half.
Pat's in an upset, I think, has said poor Marine, but I don't want them to win. Look,
Neither.
it is not going to surprise me if the Patriots win the Super Bowl. It's just not.
It's kind of a Super Bowl overall.
Yeah, I'm not really excited about it. I'm not mad. I'm
not
gonna miss
either.
it. I'm gonna be on a boat, and I don't give a fuck. By the way, before we
They
get
don't
out of
have TV
here,
there?
huh?
They don't have TV on a boat?
I mean, I'm sure they do, but I don't know. This is going to be also the first time I've ever not been home with my wife on Valentine's. So that sucks.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Dre said 2710 Seattle. Let's see. Joel, do the show while B is gone. I'm fine with it. If you want to do it,
I mean, you got a helicopter?
you can do it from your house. You just need to know how.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have all your graphics and all that stuff.
True. Very true. Well, this is what we got to work out so that as we
That's
move
why
forward.
everybody just starts sending me money, and you can buy me off to do whatever we're doing.
Told Alice at 27-21 Seattle. Okay, Joel, this opportunity is still Barry's audience. Start your daily Twitch show. Yeah, do that.
I don't do Twitch for obvious reasons. Poor Marine can back me on that.
We're on Twitch
and
now.
I need to do. I do your shows, but I don't personally do them. But I'm really looking and searching for someone that would do shows with me on a daily basis where we could do all of that and monetize all of it. Then you guys could just send me money.
Yes.
Because I'm
Very
getting tired on this feeder road, y'all. And the cup ain't making the noise it used to make. The change just ain't that loud. Damn.
You're too funny. Cece said we don't need all the graphics. We watched 97.5 for years. Yeah, there you go. All right.
You didn't listen to it.
Huh?
You didn't listen to it. You couldn't.
Yeah. All right, look, by the way, we have a third. Jen has been nice enough to open up a third Super Bowl squares board. We have two that are full. That's 200 squares. So we're opening up a third one. It's obviously 100 squares. I think we have 81 left on the third board. So if you want in on the Super Bowl squares, just email Jen. Jen@BarryOnDeck.com. Jen@BarryOnDeck.com. And she will get you hooked up with your squares. It's $5 a square. It pays out $125 per quarter. We don't make any money off of this. This isn't something that, this is a big cash grab for us. It's not. We just do this for the community. We do this for you so that you have something to do when you watch the game. So, she said now we have 73 left. So we've already sold some more. So 73 squares left on the third.
Why don't we
board.
can we do Jen at BarryIsFunny.com or BarryOnDeck.com? Can we do Joel Needs a Job? Squares?
.com? I can make you that.
No, Joel just needs a job, period. So
Joel
if you
just
wanna
needs
do
a job,
squares
period.
for it, I mean, I can afford groceries.
Yeah, I feel you.
I got dogs, man.
Trey
You
said
don't
put
know
me
what
down
those
for
bills
20
are
squares. Well, get with Jen. You got to pay her. You got to send her your
20?
money. Huh?
Oh, by the way, Dre just told me he has the money to pay the lawsuit because his What Up H-Towns every day when he's driving his 18 Wooler around town. I'm suing his ass now for sure.
Do it.
I need the cash.
If he's got 20 square money, he's got a What Up H-Town lawsuit money.
Yes.
All right, let's get out of here.
Thank you, Barry.
I think we got it.
Thank you, deckheads. Thank you for having me.
I love you, buddy.
Love you too, bud. Hey, travel safe. Drop an anchor.
Yes, sir. I will see you in 2 weeks.
Stay dingy.
Little over. All right, that's Joel Blank, everybody, and that is another edition of Barry on Deck. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the birthdays. Joel, you don't want to do the birthdays. I know you don't. And you got to go get the kiddos. Where's my birthday shit at? I lost my birthday. Joe Hernandez had a birthday he celebrated yesterday, and I need to find it. I have the slide. Cece said, see y'all in 2027. It's not that long, Cece. It's 2 days. 2 days. That's it. 2 days. That is all. Did I say, wait a minute. Did I make the wrong slide? Son of a bitch. Well, I can't find the damn slide now. Joel Hernandez, I love you. Happy birthday to you, brother. Joe Pro said, hell, I'll hire Joel tomorrow if he wants to be an electrician's apprentice. There you go. Get all over that. Flip, I won't even acknowledge that because you said that. Not even going to acknowledge your post. B, you should run some reruns while you're gone. If I can figure out how to set up reruns, I'd do it. But I don't know how. I'm sure the Super Bowl will be shown on the Lido deck, Barry. I don't even know what that means. I don't know ship lingo. Come on. Hey, Uriel, thanks for being here, brother. I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Thank you, Alex. Do 2 weeks of birthday shots. You, Alex, probably. Yeah, ain't that the fucking truth? By the way, thank you to Sylvia and Donna for the Thankful Thursdays. Much love to you both. I really appreciate you guys continuing to support the show. Thank you to everybody for the bits. Poor Marine, man, brother, thank you so much, man. That was fantastic. Dre, thank you as well for the 1,000. Amos, thank you for resubscribing. And PB Dubs, thank you for resubscribing. All right. That's a show. CC said, what cruise line? MSC. I'm going to be on the MSC Seascape. 2 straight weeks. So, should be fun. Tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday, I'm also at the Punchline featuring for Mohanad El Sheikhi. Yeah, there you go. That's all I got. All right. Oh, also, ladies and gentlemen, please mark your calendars. March 13th, I will be back headlining the Punchline. That's right. It's a Friday. I've never headlined an A room on a Friday. I'm very excited about this. So I will see you guys on March 13th. And I will see you in 2 weeks. I love everybody. Do me 3 favors. Be safe, be kind, and most importantly, love each other. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy the sports and your food. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I love everybody. Bye. Daddy's making a YouTube video.